I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the electrifying content with the people. Salute the Bucks Nation. Salute the friends and family. Y'all know we here to talk about what's going on in Boston right now between the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh, well, it's final now between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics, where the Boston Celtics won 119 to 108. This game was close until the end of the third quarter. Once they got the lead in the third quarter, we could never make we could never make it up. Damn, this was hard to watch. We fought so hard in the first half, even considering that we let Peyton Pritchard go for 28. Why do these random guards always cook us, man? It's always some rando. Always a rando. Kobe White, Peyton Pritchard. Y'all are mid. Why are y'all allowed to do this? Why are we playing the same stupid defense? Why are you sagging in the paint? Nobody shoots mid ranges anymore. Everybody's shooting threes. What the hell are you doing packing the paint? You idiots. You let people get in rhythm doing that foolishness. You're sitting there not paying attention. If y'all follow me on Twitter, look at my last couple of posts on Twitter, watching these fools play defense, especially Bobby P and Pat Connaughton, just gazing, just stargazing while they man is crisscrossing, running around them, getting open shots. Where is the coaching? Where's the accountability? Doc, what are you doing? Has the Beijing just seeped into your dome and now you can't think properly? What is going on? This is hard to watch because these are correctable mistakes defensively. Why I just don't understand why they're packing the paint. I don't understand why Brook continues to sag in the paint. I don't get it. Bucks Nation, friends and family, please help me understand what's going on here. We got all these fly assistant coaches. I don't see nothing different. I don't see nothing different with this team defensively. We'll get into the offense later, but we know there's issues there, period. There's issues on this team that they need to work out. Period. This is crazy. This game was tit for tat until the turnovers, offensive fouls, and the wheels just came right off of this team. We're a veteran team. Why are we making these type of mistakes? At least Brook played like a grown man today. I'll give Brook that. Jesus, man. Why are we losing? Let's get to these stats, and I'm gonna open the lines early. I'm tight, y'all. I'm tight. My bad, y'all. Bucks lose 119-108. Let's take a look here at the production or lack thereof. Torian Prince, after a good start, he only had 3 points in 32 minutes. Giannis was 14 of 26 for 30 points. But Giannis, I'm not gonna come. I don't want to come down on Giannis too hard, y'all. But 7 turnovers, and when these turnovers happen, was crazy. And a lot of these turnovers were playing hero ball. You gotta relax a little bit, Giannis. Use your teammates, bro. A lot of them turnovers was hero ball, bro. A lot of that was hero ball. Let me get these stats back up. Hold on, y'all. He was 14 to 26, great from the field. He did shoot 2 threes. I don't like that. 2 of 6 from the line. That's to be expected. 10 rebounds, 6 assists, but the 7 turnovers, minus 19, plus minus. Brook Lopez was 5 of 14, 0 for 4 from 3, 3 from 3 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, which is good for Brook. 2 steals, 4 blocks, 13 points, and was positive in his plus minus. Dame was 7 of 15, 2 of 8 from the 3-point line, but he was 17 of 18 from the free throw line. He had 7 assists, 6 rebounds, or 7 rebounds. I'm sorry, 7 assists. So Dame out rebounded Brook today. Let that sink in. And he had 2 steals, 1 block, and then Dame only had 1 turnover, but a plus minus of 10 or 33 points. Gary Trent chipped in with 10. And I know y'all gonna say it, so I'm gonna get ahead of y'all. Bobby tends to disappear in big games. Y'all let me know what y'all think, Bucks Nation. But I feel like Bobby tends to disappear in big games. This was a big game. Look what we got out. Look what we got out of Bobby P. 19 minutes, 2 of 6, 4 points, 6 rebounds, and then he had 4 turnovers. Bobby was an atrocity out there. He was an atrocity out there. And he has one of the worst plus minuses on his team, just a heads up. And then we didn't get anything for anybody else. Connaughton, for what it was, 5 points, but he was getting killed on defense. 25% shooting from the 3 is not going to get it done. And then again, the turnovers, 16 turnovers against a quality team, you're going to lose. 8 of 31 from the 3-point line, not a good look. Now look at this. Tatum was mid today. Tatum only had 15. Horford had 10. Holiday had 21. 16 in the second half. Derek White only had 13. Jaylen Brown had 30. The the killer today, Peyton Pritchard, hit 8 threes. You would think that after he hit 3 or 4, that our distinguished coach would be like, hey, maybe we should switch up the defense on Pritchard. Maybe we should give him a different look. Maybe we should double him. Maybe we should just do anything. These dudes are just collecting a check. We got to start holding these coaches accountable too, y'all. Because the coaches are supposed to put the players in position to be successful, and they're not doing that right now. They hit 18 threes on a shot, 50%. And they turned the ball over 12 times, right? But let's take a look at points off turnovers. Absolutely ridiculous that we could have beat this team. We could have beat this team. We did better offensive rebounding today, so that was good. They had 24 assists to our 18. Points off turnovers, 20 points. Though they gave up 19, they're hitting more threes, so our 20 points hit different. We played well. We did do well. Points in the paint. Brook was in the post a little bit, but we got a lot to fix on this team, y'all. We got a lot to fix on this team. I'm not happy with this at all. This was terrible, bro. We were in this game the first half. What? The wheels just came off and Giannis hero ball. Dame tricked a couple open threes. What is going on, Doc? We need answers and no more lying, bro. Just say what it is. And when the hell is Middleton coming back? Is he ever coming back? What is his real status? Did he get 2 brand new ankles or did he get a surgery? Let us know what's going on. This is ridiculous what I saw today. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's open the phone lines up too here. And then I'm going to get to the comment section and see who in the building. Salute, salute. These fools out here. Let's see who in the building. Shout out to William Johnson. Salute, salute. Delton Clay was good. My boy Simeon Carter was good. Elms Tanner was good, famo. Kenny Mack was good, bro. Dre West, my dude, was good. Eliza, I know this is a tough one. We're going to be all right. Salute. Dr. Smith, salute the living legend. What's good? Brandon King Carter in the building. Khris B, straight out of the Ohio. What's good? What's good? Hoyt Street E, good to see you in the building, famo. Milwaukee Ray, what's good? Jazz Upper, what's good? Robert Brooks, my dude, what's good? Joseph, what's good? Pass, my guy, New Jersey, what's good? Let me make sure I get through everybody here. Then we got the phone lines open. We about to tap in the panel and get it cracking. Patricia P, what's good? One of the queens of the chat, what's really good? Appreciate the new follower, Mitch Bless TV, what's good? Jimmy Roller, the homie, what's good? Eric Payne, what's good? John Jackson, what's good? I love cooking internet bums. What up, bro? Stacy Hanger, what's good, famo? Good to see you. Good to see you. One of those OG queens of the chat. Stacy, what's good? Teron Taylor, what's good? Shout out to the Bahamas. What's good? State of Mind, what's good? I see everybody up in here. Sadowski, I see you. What's good? Nikos, what's good, bro? Good to see you in the chat. Tony Tone, what's good? Pronte, I know you're gonna have a lot to say later. What's good? Contain 4 feet. What's good? Milwaukee Allen, what's good? Everybody in the building. I know a lot of people got a lot to say. Let's get it cracking. Let me tap everybody in here. Tapping the fam in. Friends and family are being tapped in. All right, hold on, y'all. All right. Let me get an intros first. Salute friends and family. You should know these individuals on the screen. Shame on you if you don't, but if you don't, let me go ahead and introduce you if you are a new viewer. We have to the top right one of our distinguished members here. We got Dr. Smith at the top right. Bottom left, we got a very knowledgeable individual, my man Pass. Shout out to New Jersey. And then y'all know we got the VP in the bottom right. Bleacher Report boss, we got him right here. What's good, bro? How y'all doing? Let's just get it cracking right off the top. Let's start with Dr. Smith, go to Pass, and then we're going to go to Bleacher Report boss. Let's go.
I request to go last if possible.
Let's start with Pass. Go ahead, Pass.
Okay, there actually are positives to this game that you can take. And I like what I saw from Brook.
Agreed.
I like that he was in the paint.
I did too.
Yeah, this was the Brook we want to see. Him getting put back dunk, like, I'm okay, let's go.
There was good defense on Tatum. Tatum was pretty much a no-show this whole game. I thought every single time, like, where's Tatum? Oh, he's on the bench.
Crying.
Hold on 1 second, Joe. We got to get Eliza super chat. Hold on 1 second. What up, Eliza? Appreciate the $4.99 super chat. It was a good game. We looked better first half. Bucks were gassed, but fought. Can only go up from here. I agree. That's a good positive spin. Shout out to Eliza. Go ahead, Pass. My bad.
So that's the two positives I really liked. I think Giannis was a net positive. I'd give him a pass. I don't think he was great, only because of the turnovers, but that's more so because his offensive fouls. But a lot of those turnovers were the same thing over and over again.
The IQ.
Other than that, I think that was more so him just being like, hey, no one's shooting threes. No one's hitting any threes. I had to do something. I think that's what it was. He would not do that if that was the case. Now let's talk about the elephants in the room. Let's talk about Bobby Portis. I don't know what goes on this man's mind of thinking that he is this
Michael
type
Jordan
of player.
Think he's Kobe?
Him and Jordan Poole are the same player. They had the same mindset of thinking they are some shit.
And Bobby on defense is atrocious too. His decision making on defense is crazy. Like I said, I don't know if y'all saw my Twitter. There's a video on my Twitter that showed him and just Pat just playing zero defense, just gazing, just literally just watching as things are happening around him like a child.
They did that in the next game. I think it was Clowney who just passed him. He wasn't even looking. Yeah. He was just ball watching the whole time. He wasn't looking at it for his man at all. Pat did the same thing. Look, the one thing about Pat will try. He's just not good. As simple as that. Right. He's just not as good as he used to be. But he will try.
Right.
Bobby doesn't even. Bobby just thinks of something. He'll do the opposite of what he's thinking. I think. I don't think he's thinking. I think he's just playing on instinct.
I'm gonna say this, and people have been saying it, but now I'm starting to pay attention. I really do feel like Bobby kind of come up light against good teams.
I'm back on the Bobby trade wagon. I was off it for a while, and now I'm back on it. We have another hard game coming up against Memphis.
Yep, that's gonna be a tough game too.
I know, and Memphis is also a big team. Jaren Jackson Jr. is out, but guess what? They still have a lot of big players there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see CTE Bobby again, most likely, because that's what he does.
On you, Bleacher Report boss. Go ahead.
that game was hard to watch, man. It was just like first half was okay. It was like they was playing some good defense first half. It was getting on the threes and it make it hard for them. But it's like in the second half they just couldn't really get anything going. Like
it was
it was like
turnovers at the wrong time,
yeah.
and it was just a lot of just foolishness getting us out of not
I
hitting
was
open shots when we had the chance. Dame missed a couple wide open threes. We had time to really shift the momentum, and we just couldn't do it, or we couldn't close out on that three that we needed to get a stop. And against a team like Boston, you have very little room for error because once they
very
start cooking, it's a wrap. You have to be disciplined for 48 minutes. You can't be
and
disciplined for 24 and then think, oh, we can chill 12 and get it back. No,
you
no,
know
no.
what
You can't do that with Boston.
you know what gets me though about this game? I know the Bucks can get them though. I know the Bucks can get them if they play the A game. They play a complete game like they should have. They had a chance to win the game, and that's what drives me nuts watching it and make me mad thinking about it because they really had no answer for Brook going in the post. Like they
No.
just get in the post, and they couldn't really stop him in the post. I'm like, get your big
There you
buck in the
go. Just keep
post.
feeding him. Hold on
They
one
feed him,
second,
and
Bush Report boss. Hold on one second. We got a Celtics fan in here. Santiago David, appreciate the $4.99 super chat. As a Celtics fan, you guys played well. You guys played well. No team plays our two wings like the Bucks. The only issue is your perimeter defense isn't. Yeah, our perimeter
yeah,
Yeah.
defense
thank you.
is terrible.
That's a bad thing.
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate
You
the
know what?
$4.99.
You know what play got me yelling and mad? It was a play where you pass you just said. I was just watching the Boston's, what they're doing. They was running to each side of the court. Pitch was wide open for a three. I was screaming at it was Pat Connaughton, like, get over there. He's trying to coast in the middle. I'm
Right.
like, get over there. They just three. I'm like, why are you on your guy? They're gonna shoot threes. They're gonna shoot three over your head if you're gonna let them open it like that. It's like they keep doing the same thing over and over, like a broken record. Like how many times can you get your head beat until you realize they're gonna shoot threes over your head if you leave them wide open? Like you did the same thing over and over. And then I think
And you
Giannis
know what
sometimes has
else?
to trust his teammates a little bit more. I feel like he should trust them a little bit more. I know he had to go, do his thing. But I feel like everybody got knocked off their rocker again after he started doing that. He got to pass the ball more.
The
I'm
problem
serious.
is
I think
trusting
he
your
really got them
teammates.
off the game in the third quarter because he wanted to play Euro ball. And everybody get upset when we call him out on it. 7 turnovers. They had 12 turnovers, and Giannis had 7 of them. I understand he was doing what he did, but 7 turnovers from Giannis? Come on. We can't defend that. We cannot defend that. Can't.
And then Bobby had 4. Bobby's were even more concerning.
Yeah.
Bobby's turnovers. It was just knucklehead play from Bobby. Like I know Bobby's value for what, like if you look at his raw numbers as far as points and rebounds, it's hard to want to trade him for what he's getting paid. But the downside with the mental mistakes, the aloofness, the lack of the just low basketball IQ can really hurt you. And this in games like this, we get exposed for low basketball IQ because we don't have a person like Khris Middleton to settle us down. I keep telling y'all, we need all hands on deck to be the team we need to be. You can see it all throughout this game where a sprinkle of Middleton would have made a huge difference in this game. It would have made a huge difference because we didn't really have a third scorer. I mean, you can say Brook, but we didn't really have no true third scorer. I think if we have Khris Middleton, this game looks a little different. And I'm going to continue saying that because you can see where he's missing. You can see the value in Khris Middleton. That's why we're so frustrated that he's never available. And y'all talking about when the playoffs come, we need to be careful in general. Y'all talking about playoffs and all this. We need to get it together. We still don't know what we doing out there. We played a lot better today because of who we played. That's what brought at least the optimum of what we can do out today because of who we played. And I know they didn't want to get rolled by the Boston Celtics, so they played harder than usual. But yet again, Giannis and Dame both have a 30 ball, and it's an L.
Third time in a row.
Third time in a row, they had a 30 ball apiece, and we still lose it. So how much do they have to score for us to win?
The problem is this team's too top heavy. The bench players aren't really doing what we want them to do.
DeLon Wright ain't giving us nothing.
The line, I'm surprised. because that's the guy who I was shocked the most about. Trent also doesn't look as good as I thought he'd be.
He played okay in the first half, though. He played okay in the first half.
He played okay, but the thing is, the thing we shine him for, he is not doing. He is not shooting those threes like we need him to. Look, Beasley was terrible because he couldn't defend at all, but at least he shot threes. That a game like this is where we need that.
No, I agree. Go ahead and finish up Bleach Report, Boston. We'll go to Dr. Smith up there.
Yeah, it's just what this team has been doing last 3 games, and it just I'm not super concerned overall. It's just that just mental mistakes. We've been doing this whole off season and preseason. I mean, I know Giannis are overseas doing playing Olympics, but it's just like what are these coaches are doing? You can't be coaching the guys to go box in to try to. What are you scared for the paint for? If they get in the paint,
You got Brook
they
there.
go rushing there and get them. But the three, they're shooting threes right now. They're not gonna stop shooting them. They're gonna like the beginning of the game. They'll shoot threes automatically. They're gonna try to get over your head, and just with Khris Middleton still not playing, and then people will be like, "Oh, he's not gonna change anything." I'm like, well, Giannis and Dame scored 30 points a game. He ain't mean nothing right now. He's not
Right.
doing nothing. We don't got a third scorer right now, and it's like the bench ain't really showing up either. They even put AJ Jackson in the game. It was like a little, but it wasn't really doing anything.
I actually
He was
didn't
getting
mind
3
that.
fouls already on in the first 5 minutes.
I
It
didn't
was
mind
like
him having it on the floor. Actually, he actually wasn't. He wasn't terrible when he was there.
No,
he
I thought
wasn't.
he gave us some energy when Jackson Jr. was out there. I thought he gave us a little decent energy boost.
I was giving Doc credit at that point, and then I saw a Giannis and 4 bench players lined up afterwards. So I was like, all right, never mind. That's
It
where
was.
we need Khris, especially because I'm so tired of that lineup. I do
Yeah.
not want to see that lineup again anymore. As soon as Khris gets back, please stop doing that. I don't want to see that.
When is Khris coming back? That's it. But go ahead,
It,
Dr. Smith, on you. Oh,
no,
you got to finish. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that remember yesterday we was talking about who's gonna bring the ball up the court, blah blah blah. So I was watching ESPN, and one of the guys that was talking, they said they texted Doc, and he was like, "Well, we need to give Giannis the ball and up the court." I'm like, "Oh, did not want to hear that." So they pretty much want to say they want to give Giannis the ball more to bring up the court. I'm like, you're doing the same thing. You gotta change it up, man. Give Dame the ball. But no, you're gonna you know more than me, and we know what they're gonna do when Giannis trying to bring the ball up the court. He's trying to run like 50 miles per hour. How many times it's not gonna keep going. And one of these days it's gonna be done for him. I mean, you gotta save Giannis' leg for the season. I mean, rest of the season. Stop making him trying to play bully ball all the time. You don't need
Right.
to do it. We don't have to do it. This team is ready for that. But once you get everybody else involved, when Brook got involved more, they really was trying to put double on him. Like, have him go and then Giannis get in there. Like, go down, Dr. Smith. I just had
Yeah, go
to
ahead,
talk
Dr.
something.
Smith.
So, you ever go to like one of those town hall meetings? I don't know how involved you guys are in the political process, but you ever go to one of those town hall meetings and everyone is losing their mind by the time you walk into the building and you're like, I can't make heads or tails of it. What's even the problem right now? I feel like chat is blowing up right now, losing it. Everyone just needs to breathe for
Right.
2 seconds. Breathe, right? If I could offer perspective, because I
Right.
don't know everything, right? So just my opinion. If you can relate to how I think, then great. If not, then I can dig that too, right? Did the Bucks, just a simple question, did the Bucks look better tonight than they did last night?
Yes.
First half.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
First half.
How much better? Think they look night and day better?
Maybe like
Yeah.
30% better.
I think they look
night
better.
and day. I
40%
think they
better.
look night and day, right? I don't think that Jaylen Brown, those are the 2 best wing players combo in the NBA. They did not look like it tonight, right? They look like good players. They look like competent players. Don't get me wrong. They did not look nearly as good as they could look. And that was due to defense that I have not seen in the first couple of games, right? I saw them finally use Brook in the post the way that I had wanted them to use Brook Unfortunately, they didn't stay with it, but it's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's there, right? It's in the it's in the dispensary. It's in the armory for us to have it, right? Uh, I saw tip aways. I did see some transition threes from Gary Trent that I wasn't seeing in the first couple of games because low key I was starting to get concerned with that this man can't hit a transition three at all.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're asking him to do too much on defense and he doesn't have any gas in the gas tank on offense.
I
This
do
is
think
the same
that's
problem.
part of the problem, though. I do think that he's working really hard on defense.
Yeah, this is the same problem that Drew had.
Right.
Because I think you allow him to be purely an offensive player. I think there are games when he was back in Milwaukee, he was unstoppable.
Right.
Conversely, you ask him to be purely a defensive player, then there were games where you just shut someone down. But it is very energy intensive to do both and be great. And all of that is on the second night of a back-to-back.
Right.
Yeah.
Against
I'll give him that.
Against the world champs. This is a team that doesn't have to add or create a new system. This is a team that's just adding little splashes to their system. Whereas we had to create one. We're 1-3. Losing never feels good. We look way better than we did last night.
I agree.
Everyone just needs to just breathe for a second.
But the caveat, though, if we're playing the Celtics, we always going to play them a little tougher. We always going to have a different mental focus against the Celtics, though.
Thankfully, right? Because everyone can't say that. Because even the regularly beat teams by 50, 40, 50 points and whatnot, they can't do that time.
Right.
Right? Now, I don't believe in consolation prizes. What I do believe in is that the version of the team you see now is getting better. That's all that I ask for.
Right.
Right? What I won't abide by is the performance that we saw.
Hold on, I got to mute Business Report Boss for a minute. Hold on 1 second. All right, go ahead.
What I won't abide by is what we saw in the game against Chicago and against Brooklyn. That was ass, right? I can't. This was a good game where we were right there for most of the game. And then bit by bit, you just saw them letting the rope go. And eventually it was too much, right? And Boston proved why they're the champions because every little mistake that we made, they punished. And they didn't just punish it, they punished it with a 3. Salute to them. They're the champs. That's what they do. This is teaching tape. This shows you why we can't make the types of mistakes that we made. But to hold on that long in the second night of a back-to-back when we're still learning our system, I think should be applauded. There is no such thing as a consolation prize. We lost the game.
And we did play better. We did play better.
And there's room to grow. I saw a better pick and roll between Damian and Giannis than I've seen before. Not only that, but I saw additional actions off of that. I saw a pick and roll with Dame, Giannis that incorporated Brook. This is the infamous system that we wanted to see them implement. And for a large part of the game, it worked. It's just that they let the rope go.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate and it's disappointing. But it was not nearly as terrible as I'm seeing in the chat make it out to be. We played a lot better than these dudes are getting credit for.
No,
right?
I think we did play better, but the problem is you could see where they're still making the same mistakes with this defensive philosophy. That's the problem I have. Why are they continuing to sag in the paint? Hold on 1 second before you retort. Let me make sure I get my man. What up, Matt? Appreciate the 199 super chat. If Dame shoots 50% from 3, we'd be winning. That's a very tall task to shoot 50% from 3. But
so if you may, can I build off that?
Yeah.
Tall task? I honestly think when we can take our emotion out of the game and go back and look at it. I do this with Packer games every so often, even after loss, right? If I'm trying to look at individual play. I do think that we played the perimeter better than we did in those 2 games against Chicago and Brooklyn. I just don't think it was good enough. But was it incrementally better? Yes.
Yeah.
So let's build on that.
There's foundation now.
Yeah.
So let's build on that. Yes, we lost to Boston in Boston on the second night of a back-to-back. But we played much better than we did against Brooklyn and Chicago. If you would have come to me after those Brooklyn and Chicago games, I'd be just as hot as y'all.
Right.
because the effort that they gave in those games is inexcusable. The effort that they gave in this game was championship effort. They just didn't have the little things that we needed to do to get us across the
But
finish line.
but that's the
Absolutely.
problem right there, that we always come back to that point that you just said, doing the little things, the attention to detail. That's
So
still a continual problem.
so
Go
is
ahead.
the arrow pointing up or downward versus last game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's not. We're not going to be night and day different.
Mm.
I would say if that is what you're hoping for, then we're going to look like this for the rest of the season. If we're not going to look night and day different from
No,
game to
it should
game,
be incremental change. No, I agree with that.
exactly.
I'm just saying, as far as like getting better, yeah, but you're still seeing the same mental mistakes. I'm just wanted to see us be more disciplined in general on offense
Some
and
of them.
defense and being less careless.
So some of them, not all of them, some of them. So here's some of the stuff that I did see that I did not like, right? And I'm not even going to talk about individual play because it's easy to point to
Right.
the Bobby world and whatnot and Pat Connaughton's. I'm just saying, like, schematically, here's some of the stuff that I did not like, right? There were times that what I did like was Brooke Lopez coming out to show on
Right.
Jason Tatum, right? We saw that. We saw that that was giving them issue. We didn't go for easy hesitations and all the rest of that. And so what these guys did was they tried to drive by, and I saw my defenders sticking with them for most of the way to the basket. Now, if Giannis is coming over to help play defense in that role, I need him to be just a little bit better on the help defense. I'm not blaming him before chat loses
Right.
their mind, right? I would like to see just a little bit better on whomever it is that's playing the help defense, right? I actually like when Brooke was playing help defense. I like what he was doing. I need to see Torian Prince wake up just a little bit more on defense because he didn't look good tonight.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't look good at all tonight. And it seemed like whomever it is he was. I saw Drew Holiday grab him on like a pick play and whatnot that allowed for a three. If you're being held by Drew Holiday, who's not a dirty player, but it's a basketball play, right? If you're going to get away with it, get away with it. I need you to violently get out of that. Make a show of it. Get out of that. And then get over to your play. For the most part, these guys understood the assignment, which is all that I asked for. In the Brooklyn game, in the Chicago game, no one understood the assignment. In this game, everyone understood the assignment. It's just little execution errors. So for me, though there is no such thing as a consolation prize, the arrow's pointing upward
I agree
because
with
I
that.
saw improved play from these guys on the second night of a back-to-back. There's a reason that they used to call these games scheduled losses, right? Because it's just you're going to play the world champs with a lesser gas tank than they have. I'm not making excuses. But it's just difficult. It's a tall task. It's a tall task to play Boston. If you've had 6 days of rest, we played them with no games of rest, nights of rest, and they stood up. They stood tall in ways that I was concerned about because they did not stand tall against Chicago. They just got ran over, ran through, and got set. Looked like there's words I'm not going to use in your chat, right? They just look like fill in the blank, right? They turn around and followed that performance up against Brooklyn, and they look like fill in the blank. They did not look like that tonight. They stood tall tonight.
Like I said,
Right?
this is the best first half they had all year to me. As far as, and that's what I said, they were playing well in the first half, and the wheels just came off in the third quarter, and it wasn't even like it was a lot, but they got that like 8 to 10 points lead, and we just couldn't make any stops to really get into that lead. Then we miss a couple shots to go up 15. Now we trying to work from behind. It was just that 5 or 6 minute window that really cost us this game. It was a 5 to 6 minute window with turnovers from Bobby Portis, offensive foul. It was just that.
And they just let the rope go. If this were a boxing match, this was 12 rounds. This was a good fight going into the 9th round.
Right.
The championship rounds in the 9th and the 10th, and that was the decider.
Yeah, they got those. That they won 8-5. They won 8-5.
Right.
They got the championship rounds. They won 8-5.
But they did not beat us all 12 rounds.
Right.
And the way that we were playing against Chicago and the way that we were playing against the Bulls, I thought that Boston was going to 10-8 us every round. They didn't 10-8 us every round. So
Right.
the arrows up. What I wanted to see was what this team is capable of, and can they build on that? If that's what they're capable of now, then I feel like I'm not going to talk about Khris Middleton. My stance on this is until he joins the team, he's not a part of the team at this point. I can't count on him to be there. I'm not blaming him. I know that he wants to be out there, but we can't keep looking at someone to come be our. You got to be able to play with the guys that you have. And with the guys that we have, we fought with the champs for 8 of those rounds. I'm not saying that I'm good with that. I'm saying, though, that it seems like I need to get an AED for a lot of people in the chat, right, who need to understand context, right? Second night of a back-to-back. There are games last year where we would have lost to Atlanta on the second night of a back-to-back. We fought with the champs. The champs. We lost. Not a good feeling, but we looked a lot better.
The only thing I want to say, that the only thing I like to retort to that is last year we thought after we played, every time we played Boston, it looked good, that was a turning point, and we still digress. So I'm gonna give it a couple games before I start giving them credit, because I've seen this show before. When we blew them out by 30, we thought that this was a turning point. We done blew Boston out. When we beat them again, oh, this is a turning point, and it just wasn't. I need to see sustained greatness from this team. I need to see it over a certain amount of time. Like you said, the positives, that there were positives in the game, how we're playing, the effort we're playing. But I think Boston brings that out of this team no matter what, just because of the history over these last, 7 years of different playoff battles, championships going back and forth and things like that. Will always rise to the occasion against the Celtics. Look at how much turmoil we had last year. We rose to the occasion every time against the Celtics because it's personal. I want to see, when it's not personal, how do we play?
Right. That's the other. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Dan. I'm just gonna say, don't take that for granted, though.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not taking it. I'm glad to see it,
no one does
but I'm taking it with a grain of salt until I have more proof. That's all I'm saying.
Sure. And that's the other thing I want to say. I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy about a 1-3, right? It's not as terrible as a lot of guys. Like the basketball itself is not as terrible as a lot of guys. We are not the Carolina Panthers. We are not the New York Jets, right?
We're not that. No, I agree with that. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I got very hesitant when you said New York. I was like, hold on, you about to say New York Jets?
just breathe. That's all. Breathe, everyone.
No, I agree. Like I said, it was positives, but I always, against Boston, I have to take a step back because I know how we feel about Boston, and it's personal. It's always going to be personal. You can see the effort. Giannis played with the most effort. Take away the turnovers. Giannis played with the most effort he played with all year so far in this game because it was personal. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that he wasn't playing hard in the other games. I'm not saying he wasn't taking it easy. It was considerable effort in this game from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I am. He didn't give that effort, and he played fantastic. Here's where chat blows up, right? Because you can't be objective, right? I will say that he was good. He was not this in the other game.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? But go ahead. I'm sorry, Daniel.
Go ahead, Dan.
I was gonna say that I'm overall, all I said yesterday in live is I just wanted them to give some effort today, and they did. They didn't let me down. They gave them good effort, and I was so proud of them to play that way. But if I'm the coach, I'm like, see how you guys played today? Yeah, we lost. We made some mistakes, but we was in it. I want that every game. I want that effort every game. We won't lose. We won't lose if we play like that. That's the only thing I get mad. Why I got a little upset. Like, if they play like this every game, we would have beat the Bulls. We would have beat the Nets and not get these wide open shots. They got to really buckle down on the wide open shot threes. That's the one thing they need to stop more. Once they was in their faces, they weren't really hitting them shots. They weren't hitting the shots like that. We was frustrated the whole game, and he knew he didn't have the best game yesterday. Yeah, they won, but they ain't beat us. They won the game. Like, you beat somebody, but you ain't beat them. Like how Rocky would be like, I beat them, but I ain't beat them. Right. That's how I feel like Boston did to us. They ain't beat us till we, didn't feel like we ain't gonna beat them again. it's like they beat us, but we like, yeah, but next time we see you, I'm gonna see you.
We can compete with this team. They beat us, but we can look.
That's
Props
that.
to
But
them.
yeah,
They're
that's
amazing
we
basketball.
know we can compete with these dudes.
That
But
was
the
the same
point is
case
the
last year
attention to
too.
detail is keeping us from winning on a regular basis.
It
So
seems to me that
and
this
this
team
would be
only
like,
takes this team serious. They only take the Celtics
That's
serious.
my concern. That's my concern. Is if they take it serious because it's Boston. Hold on 1 second. Let me just get my man super chat Monalando real quick. Hold on. Then we're gonna do round robins. Then I'm gonna tap a couple other people in here. Give me a second. Monalando, appreciate the $5 super chat. I prefer a blowout loss. It's not as bad as we make it out to be. We go back to the drawing board and take a piece from each game. Let's go. I agree. But I just don't want to see the same mistakes over and over. I want to see things addressed. I feel you, Monalando. I want to see perimeter defense addressed where you're protecting the three and allowing people to come to the paint. You got two shot blockers there. You'll either have Giannis or you'll have Brook there. Funnel them fools to Brook or Giannis. It's simple. I'm not no type of coach, but what I do have is common sense. I was raised with common sense and observation skills. And me observing of what's going on in today's NBA, it's threes and layups. What are you doing? Just adjust. Do flip of what you're doing. Cover the perimeter threes. Let people come in the paint. We have a strength in the paint. We have size. So let it happen. And stop doubling people. If they get burnt, they get burnt. Wait till they get to the hoop for somebody to help. They're helping people at the top of the key that's allowing people to just run around and get a wide open three. I just need to see philosophy changes. All right, let me chill out. Let me chill out, man. Let's start with pass. We will go to Daniel, then we will go to the my man right there, Mr. Smith. But I'm gonna let you go first, pass. Then we'll go to Bleach Report boss, Mr. Smith.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
since I know Mr. Smith does not care about Khris Middleton, I will say this now. He is playing 3-on-3 right now, is what I've heard. This is from Eric.
okay.
I don't know how far he is. That's all I know. He's playing 3-on-3. That could mean he could.
What's the name?
What you
The
guys
one
are
that
saying?
MVP?
Yeah. I say that again.
Who plays for Minnesota? Nafisa Collier. She's starting a 3-on-3 league. Maybe go talk to her.
They're doing 3-on-3s with him, and
Okay.
I think they're playing 4-on-4 later on, like after this game apparently.
Okay.
That's with Khris. I honestly, it sounds like what you guys were saying before, where he's probably going to come around mid-November. That's what it looks like to me too.
Yeah.
So if I'm Doc, you better start putting in an offense if you were serious about that.
Right.
Like, you didn't put anything in until Khris comes back. Just bro, you're already in the middle. At that point, you're close to the in-season tournament. People are going to take that seriously this year. They were taking it seriously last year, honestly. And then the other thing I want to ask you guys is, I think we play Boston all 3 games before Christmas, right?
Right. We play them again in 2 weeks.
Which means we will not see what they actually look like because we will not play with them with Porzingis.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not really gonna know them fully. So what does that mean for us then later on? Are they actually gonna? Because they look like a different team with Porzingis. They're good already, and then they add another player to it. So that's something you gotta add in too. Porzingis isn't supposed to come back till like around that time.
Okay, that's fair. Luckily he's soft, but yeah, that's fair.
He's soft, but you still have to worry about him. He's still
I agree.
Unlike Brook, he does shoot. He shoots a lot better than Brook. I don't know what's happened to Brook's 3-point shooting so far.
Yeah, it's atrocious. It's atrocious right now. It's atrocious. All right, Bleacher.
All I have.
Don't be so disappointed. We're gonna be all right, Pass. Go ahead, Bleacher.
No. I think this team will be fine. All right. This game had a lot of positives. It had way more positives than negatives, which is good.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, I was with you, Pass. I'm just like, after the third quarter, I was just a little depressed. Like, I mean, man, we had a little bit in the first half, but it's like, but that film in that first half, the Bucks played well, and I seen Boston frustrated. You know, they was getting technical fouls. they even like the one thing that kind of got me was they did like they challenged 2 plays in a row in the first half, and I'm just like, why is Boston just calling all these? That's why I knew that we the ones to get them, because they were so, you're not getting this. Well, they touched this, and I'm like, why you call challenge 2 plays? I was just looking around like, it's 2 points. Like you want you lose, you're the champs. Like, you don't need to waste your time on that. But they want the Bucks to get nothing, and I knew for that. I'm like, okay, then they hate us just as much as we hate them. They don't care what
That's
our
why I'm
record is.
saying it's gonna be a different energy whenever we play each other. It's just gonna be a different energy.
It's funny too what you say about that, the challenge and stuff.
Yeah,
I saw that play where that ball clearly hit the rim, but guess what? You lost your challenge. You can't challenge that.
that's why I was like, you lost your challenge. That's how on the referee's face, like, we can't challenge it. You can. And they're just yelling at the refs. I'm sitting there like, yeah, I'm about to cry babies.
Right.
Like,
Hey, but they the champs. They want what they want. We gotta. Hey, you gotta beat the champs. But like you said, it is a lot of positive. So hey, we gonna go from there. But appreciate y'all tapping. I'm gonna put in B Shack in the chat here for a moment. All right, appreciate you, Bleacher Report boss. Appreciate you, Pass. Thank you, sir. Always great content, my boy. Pass. Shout out to the Jersey. I'm sorry about the Yankees. And salute to Bleacher.
Come on. Hey, hold on. B-Shack come in, right? He got me with that. Don't worry. We're good.
Yeah. All right, Pass. All right, y'all. All right, Bleacher Report boss. Let me tap these gentlemen in here real quick. All right, Bleacher Report boss. Let me tap in B Shack. Oh, hey, Gibson. I don't know what happened. Hey, Gibson, tap back in. There you go. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure I get everybody here. All right. New members to the panel. Bottom left, Florida's very own B Shack, a controversial figure in the chat. And then we got my man from the Bahamas in the bottom right. My man Gibson Nicholas, straight out of the Bahamas. Salute. First, we gonna finish your thoughts, Dr. Smith. Then we gonna go to B Shack. Then we gonna go to Gibson. OU.
So yeah, so for me, I liken it to, again, I compare basketball to football. I know it's not an apples to apples comparison, but sometimes it just helps me to understand things better, right? So there was a couple years back when the Packers could not get past the 49ers or the Seahawks. It seemed like the 49ers gave the baton to the Seahawks, and every time we played them, not only did we lose, but we lost in superior fashion.
And dramatic, just dramatic shame.
Right? It was very clear that we can't compete with these guys. We had no answer. We had no answer for Marshawn Lynch. We had no answer for their secondary with the wide receivers.
And no chance answer for Kaepernick at the time for the read option. Right.
For sure. And that depressed me because it made it feel like no matter what we do in the regular season, it's eventually going to come down to this, and we're eventually going to have to play a team that we cannot even compete with.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like that right now.
I agree.
I don't feel like we can't compete with them, right? If there's anything that's frustrating about this Bucks is that we don't see this every night. Because if we saw this effort every night, I think we'd be undefeated coming into this game.
But see, that's a problem last year. We had the same conversation last year with the same actual people that are on in this panel right now. We were saying, why does this team only play against quality competition? And it looks like the same thing is happening again. I know it's only the first time we played a true quality team in Boston, but like you said, it was night and day. The passion was different. The energy was even Doc, as far as calling challenges, everybody was amped up a little bit differently. And what I'm saying is, for you to be a championship team, that mentality has to be every game. Every opponent should get that much attention from you. It can't just be the OKCs, the Bostons, and those are teams we're beating because we feel we have something to prove. I don't think we care if we lose to Detroit or an Atlanta or somebody like that. I don't know if we care. I really don't.
So, and agreed, and I definitely agree with all those points, right? I will just say, as far as this season is concerned, this current version of the team season, we're trending upwards.
Yeah.
We didn't win tonight. It's not going to feel good, but we're trending upwards. I saw a system, like Paz has said, I need to see something of the system. I did. I saw them with plays that I did not see before.
Right.
I saw them starting to move the ball in ways that I didn't see before. I saw them utilize Brooke. I saw some intelligent coaching.
Right.
I saw us fight with the best team in basketball.
Right.
They just didn't hold on for the entire time. I don't even know if all of that was a fatigue-based thing. It could have been. Because this was the second night of a back-to-back.
Right.
Usually when I see teams lose like that, they lose the rope right
early.
where they lost. Right where we lost it is right where it usually happens. I'm not saying that that's why we lost. Boston is an amazing basketball team, and every now and then be reminded of just how good the competition is. Because every single mistake we made, they punished. So this is good teaching tape.
I agree.
See exactly what you do to win. You were right there. You just didn't do a good enough job to win the game. I can't be depressed like that. Not this early in the season when we haven't even gotten to game 5. I can't. I think everyone needs to breathe. I can't tell you how to fan. You're going to feel about it. But I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people look. We are trending upwards.
No, I agree.
And it's going to take time. It's going offensively, defensively, both. We have two new coordinators on both sides of the ball. If this were football, we would already know what it is because it's easier for us to see where that would take. Right? That's what Milwaukee has going for them. And with that, we just went up against the Kansas City Chiefs and took them to the middle of the third quarter. We were right there.
Right.
It just so
salute at the wrong time. Yeah.
Salute to the chat. I'll let you guys. You know what I mean. You guys have it. I definitely don't mean to monopolize. So
no, you straight. Go ahead. Stay put though. That's me. Go ahead, B Shack, and then we'll go to Gibson.
Well, Mr. Smith said he wanted to salute everybody. Gibson, Mr. Smith.
Peace out, sir. Appreciate
Mr. Smith, you said you wanted to stay. I'm gonna have to comfort you a little bit.
Okay, well,
but very nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
All right,
very nice.
See, Dr. Smith. All right, bro.
Yeah.
Very respectfully.
Hold on 1 second. Let me redo the screens here. Let me add my boy Gibson back. All right.
Oh, I thought he was staying. All right.
Like I said, yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna defend the chat just for a moment.
Okay.
And they a lot of times I got some supporters in the chat. I got some coming for me. That's all right.
What, you think I was playing when I said you're one of the most controversial figures in the chat? That's real.
And there is one I will not respond to, and he knows who he is because he crossed the line the other night. But let me say this. I'm going to respond to the statement the chat needs to calm down. I'm going to respond to that statement.
Okay.
They call us fans. Fans is short for fanatic.
Yes, sir.
We don't ever want to lose our passion. This chat would not be what it is
without the passion, right?
So I know Mr. Smith didn't mean no harm by it, but what else are we going to expect from Bucks fans? They're going to be excited, going to be passionate,
right?
So let me say this tonight. I'm gonna be a little more analytical tonight. Okay. The Bucks did come out and play hard. The other night I said I just wanted them to play hard.
You did,
but I will not, as an athlete myself, a former athlete, I will not settle for. I just want to stop there because the goal is to win.
Mm-hmm.
This was a winnable game. But here's the problem. We started off great energy. Giannis and Dame were working together. It was a beautiful thing to see, man. I was like, yo, watch out. But here's the problem. The Celtics were playing chess, and we were playing checkers. It's the oldest trick in the book to put in a buster so that your team will be drawn into going after that matchup. They kept going after matchups, especially when, I don't know his name, he came in for for the center. Um,
Oh yeah, I know
uh,
I don't remember his name though.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And they kept going to that. Here's what the Celtics are thinking. Yo, we want to shoot threes, and we can lure them into just going for twos in the post. We good.
Right.
And the Bucks were falling for it. When you play the Celtics that you have to get up a certain number of threes. But the best threes to get are rhythm threes. What I saw time and time again after the first quarter
Forced.
was, okay, Giannis, even if he got the ball in the post, shooters out there like this, waiting to get the ball back. And Giannis not looking at them, he's gonna try to force the issue. Yeah, he scored some, but I'm telling you, we gotta get some threes up. And that's why I talked about IQ. You gotta recognize who you're playing. They were luring them into the mismatch. That was the I was like, yo, this is the oldest trick in the book. They want the Bucks to
They
go after
almost
the
used
mismatches.
Tatum as a decoy, low key.
Exactly.
Tatum was
Exactly.
low
And they're
key a
shooting
decoy.
threes. You cannot trade threes for twos, but for so long because the math doesn't work.
Right.
Okay. Pritchard always gives us problems because his average 3-point shot is pretty much the shots where Dame shoots his from way out. The Bucks defense is sort of designed to go like maybe a couple feet past the 3-point line, but he stretches them out and they just can't close that distance. But they got to figure out a way to force Pritchard to put the ball on the floor and to drive it, because when he gets hot, man, even though he's not an all-star, he's going to when he gets hot,
He hit 8 threes today and had 28 points. He almost
yo,
had 30 on us.
yo, exactly. So if you're gonna play the Celtics, you bring the ball up, do whatever action you go to up top, throw the ball down low. They're gonna collapse. You throw the ball back out, you got an easy shot. If they run back out, you throw the ball back in. Now you got even a better matchup. But if the first post, they're loading up. They're loading up. The Celtics are one of the best load up teams in the NBA. The ball's got to move in and out, around, in and out and around. You got to move the ball to move bodies. Otherwise, they just rest on defense, and they're a great defensive team. So I just feel like the strategy, they were totally outcoached when it comes to the overall strategy of the game. And Dame, I partially blame Dame because Dame got passive, man. Sometimes he got to go like this to Giannis. Give me the ball. Give me the ball back. Okay? Sometimes you got to do that. And I'm sure Giannis will be like, oh, okay, here you go. Giannis, I don't think Giannis is the type to say, nah, you ain't getting it. Sometimes you just got to wake Giannis up because Dame will give Giannis the ball. He just go over and just stand there. We need Dame Lillard to be aggressive. Giannis is more effective and more potent when Dame is aggressive. These guys have got to learn, man, how to play together, man.
Yeah, I
They
mean
did
Dame
the
took
first quarter. They
15
got to
shots.
sustain it.
Dame took fit, so it was reversed today, where Giannis took most of the shots today, and then Dame took 15. Though he did hit 17 out of 18 free throws. I just
But
don't think
Giannis had the second. He had the second highest minus on his. It was minus 19
right. Yeah.
next to G Trent Jr.
Mm-hmm.
We
And that
gotta
was.
play smarter, man. We gotta play smarter.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. And the plus minus for Giannis is not been good this year as of yet. As of yet, for whatever reason, as of yet.
He don't trust his teammates, man. He don't trust his teammates enough. You got shooting all around the court. The Bucks have more shooting this year
That he might have
than
had
they've
in his
had in a
career.
long time. So trust your shooters. The more confidence you show in them, the more confident they're going to be in shooting it. And everybody has to get in their rhythm. Move the ball. The ball will find you. Move the ball. But I don't remember Giannis being
He's used to
quite
doing it
like this
himself.
before.
He's used to doing it himself. When things get rough, he's used to just doing it himself. And that's what he was doing in portions of this game. Going 1-on-5. He's used to doing it himself. I know we keep saying he has Dame, but he has to know he has Dame. He has to understand that.
Yep.
And that, you know what I'm saying? There's multiple times where he's gone into the paint and there was people open on the wings, but he's so focused on being in the paint and getting to the hoop that he has tunnel vision and his peripheral ain't up. And that's what makes, no disrespect, but that's what makes Jokic special. Jokic sees everything. He sees the floor in 360, not 180. That's why he's always dropping dimes. He's seeing everything. When that's why he stays. If you guys pay attention to how Jokic play, he stands about the top of the key or at the free throw line. Why is that, you ask? He's there because now he put the defense at a very difficult position. He's getting it high, so he can either pass or take it to the hoop, and it's only going to be 2 steps. 2-3 steps max, or a kick out. But
Yeah.
Giannis has to get in that mentality to do the kick out and the trust that your teammate is going to hit a wide open shot. I do understand he has trauma from past teammates letting him down, but you have to believe in your teammate. And like I said, if he would get that from Jokic, just that passing and that seeing the floor, we'd be a much better team. Much better team. Just because Giannis has the ball, again, I'm not blaming Giannis for anything. Giannis plays the way he plays. He's aggressive. He plays downhill. All I'm saying is to maybe just open up your spectrum, what you're viewing a little bit, and you might see people that could get going. And once they get cooking, look, case in point, Boston was just feeding Pritchard. Tatum didn't care about him getting no shots up. Brown waited till later to get his shots up. They were feeding Pritchard because once he get going, then we focus on him, and now they can get cooking, which is exactly what happened. Once the others are going, you know the stars, you can score whenever you want. But once you got
Exactly.
the others going, then that makes the whole game easy. It makes the defense lighten up, just like in football. When you're getting good chunk yardage running the ball, now you can do play action. Now that opens up the pass game. You have to you just there's an order of operations. The Bucks just need to follow the order of operations to be successful.
Yep. Yeah. Every time they put the camera on Middleton, man, I'd be like, I feel like turning the channel, man.
Oh, bro, hey. Well, hold on. I gotta let Gibson get hit. Gibson, my bad. Go ahead, Gibson. Hold on. Gibson, people's champ. What's good?
Salute to the panel, greetings to everyone, and love and blessings from the Bahamas to my fans
Salute.
over there. Blessings and greetings to B-Shack. Amber, you said a very good point. You're not blaming Giannis. I'm going to blame him. I need a couple of minutes. Let me have a
Go
little drink.
ahead.
Let me drink a little cup. Let me drink a little water.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to go off on some people. I'm going to go off. I ain't giving nobody a pass. Ain't nobody getting no pass on here today. Now, I tired of giving passes. No. What I saw today, Amber, they look good in the first 2 quarters. They look very good. Bobby Portis, lousy. Pat Connaughton, lost. The only people that I saw there was fighting to keep this team afloat was Dame, Giannis, Torian Prince, and Trent. A little bit. Other than that, we get nothing from the bench. It's like every day when I watch this team, like you see, it's the same old thing from last year. What happened to the 2017, 2018 Bucks when the team beat us? We come back, B-Shack, and we beat them by 30 in the next game. What happened to that team when Bud took over that team? We was rolling. We never get back to that level. Amber, I tell you, when teams beat us, like say for example, when Boston beat us tonight, when we buck them again the next time, we beat the bricks off them. Why we can't get that Milwaukee Bucks team? I feel that I have to say this for Bucks Nation. I know it might be too. I know it's too early, but I feel that we need another coach. We need a coach with making sense. We need a coach with making sense with no X's and O's. There's no way. There's no way Giannis supposed to be bringing up that ball. Underneath another coach, they would then tell him, you cannot be bringing up that ball. You are not. We understand. This is your team. Damian Lillard is the point guard. I need him to run the point, not you. My job is to preserve you, to make the team flow more better. But when you keep on bringing up the ball, you messing up the flow of the offense. Because why? Dame can't get the ball. You hogging up the ball. And that's what is frustrating me with the Bucks. Every team, role players has dropped almost 30 on us. We don't care. We come up, we make the same stupid mistake. We don't learn from these. And Bishak, this is becoming a concern for me that it's like the Bucks don't know how to play simple common sense basketball. It's a team sport. You have one man want to carry the whole offense on his shoulder when you have the point guard right there. It don't make no sense. Brook Lopez, I don't know about. I think after the season or for the trade deadline, when Portis gone, I want Connaughton gone, I want Lopez gone,
Are we
Middleton,
trading
get him
Giannis
out
too?
of
Sound like we
there.
trading Giannis. Are we trading Giannis down too?
Fronte, let me get this off. We need John Horst to be fired. Get him out of there. Even if Terry Dock with him too. Get him out of there because I am tired. Make me look embarrassed too much that we can't beat simple teams we supposed to be winning. What happened to the 2018 Bucks when we beat teams? We used to beat them bad and we putting you away. In the third quarter, we putting you away.
All those players of
Giannis,
2018 were in their mid 20s now, bro. These we're in 2024. These dudes is in their mid 30s now. It's just not the same. We can't expect. You know what I'm saying? I can't. You. That's many years ago, Gibson. Respectfully, go ahead, Gibson.
no, what I was saying, right? All Doc Rivers needed to do is implement the same system, but implement Amber. It wasn't like they used, he implemented a system that they played hard on defense. Underneath Doc, I'm playing hard on defense. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, when I watch the game, Brown just come right in between Lopez and Portis and just get an easy left. Where is the defense? Where is the defense? No one is playing defense. They just let Pritchard light them up in the corner. There's no way if I as a coach and I see Pritchard getting up all them threes, you think I ain't gonna call a time when I made an adjustment to that? I'm going to make an adjustment to that. There's no way I'll say, hold on now, guys. We need somebody to put on that guy. We cannot allow this clown to be getting off no shots and at the same time he hitting the shots and he trash talking the Bucks at the same time. Nobody doing nothing. Nobody doing nothing, Bishak. This is called for concern, Fronte. Doc Rivers have to take some serious in consideration to look at this team. Sit down before you play Boston. Watch film on them. Okay, this is how they play. They shoot a lot of threes. How could we eliminate those from scoring those big high numbers? Brooke, we don't need you to be shooting no threes. Get more in the post.
But he was in this game. That's the whole point, though,
We
Gibson. In
need
this
to
game,
make.
Brook was in the post. We played
Right,
well until the third quarter.
we
Go ahead,
understand that now.
Pronte. Hold on one second. Go ahead, Pronte.
We
We were
understand that,
going
right?
to. We've been losing
Hold on
these
one
three
second,
games.
Pronte. Go ahead, Gibson. Finish
Go
your
get
thought.
some back.
Yeah, go ahead.
We understand that, but we don't just want it for this game. We want it to be implemented to continue going forward into the season. We want to see Brooke. We don't need you to be shooting those threes. We don't want you to shoot that. Your job is to be more in the post. If you be more in the post as a presence, those teams cannot get those easy buckets. And we need our bench to step in and help because Dame and Giannis can't do it alone. These two guys was carrying most of the load. That's why I said that if Middleton is not available, the front office have a decision to make. Either you trade the man or you gotta do something because I want answers, Amber. I need answers to find what is going on. I need answers. I need answers. Somebody be like, what is going on? I want to know what is going on. Go ahead, Fonte. Go ahead, Fonte.
Oh,
Go ahead, Pronte. Then we go to you, B Shaq.
I just think that, man. You know what? The Buck. First of all, Jan and Dame are playing pretty good this year. I don't think it has nothing to do with either one of them. I see a lot of blaming the Giannis and some blaming on Dame. I'll take both of them out of the picture. They actually playing pretty good ball. They probably both averaging like 28 points a game or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So they actually are the the problem is they're passing the ball to each other. So when you say, "Oh, that two-man game is working,"
Mm.
actually that two-man game is working. When you see them, they're passing the ball to each other, so it's coming along. Their two-man game is actually coming along. Same with Dame and Brooks. So I
Brooks.
don't see.
That's a little further along to me.
But that's
Damian
that.
Brooks.
It's about the same. I mean, when you got two players averaging almost 30 points a game, you can't really blame them. You only scored 100-something points a game. Where is the other points coming from? Because the Bucks have changed their offense and it doesn't make sense. This is not the old NBA. You have to get up at least 35 threes a game.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why they lost this game is because they were not making threes. The reason why they lost last game because they were not making threes.
threes. Yeah.
Eventually, you're not gonna beat them. These teams just going in the paint and shooting 2-pointers. It just doesn't. That's not this NBA anymore. And I think somebody need to tell Doc to get the memo. These players, you have to space. You have to space the court a little better. Get from all on top of each other. Too much pick and roll. Too much clunky pick and roll. They've running too much pick and roll, and you got to spray. You got to get them shooters lighting it up. They're not lighting up the court. They're not doing anything. I mean, what we made maybe we probably last in 3-point percentage.
Yeah, we up. Yeah, we're definitely in the lower tier for 3-point
and we're
percent.
not. And then we're only putting up like 22 a game. Every team is shooting more threes, and we decide to shoot less. It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work. That the new NBA doesn't work.
That's
that
what
way.
I said. That's what I said.
So I don't know what we're doing. Giannis and Dame are actually playing way better than they did last year together. They're just not making 3-pointers, and that's it. And they're not even shooting them, and that's a problem. That's the problem in the NBA. They were in this game, but you know what happened? They got overwhelmed by Boston 3-pointers.
Yeah,
that's all it was. Because that's what happened. Like they just got overwhelmed by Boston shot 53s. We shot 20. That is not the NBA of today. And unless you like making like 15 out of 20, how you gonna keep up? You know what I mean? Like how you gonna keep up? They're making 15 out of 30.
right.
Threes are more than twos. I mean, this is just simple math. We didn't get out rebounded. The defense was good for most of the game to the fourth quarter. I mean, they're calling it. They're letting more contact in the paint. Dame went to the free throw line like 16, 17 times.
Yeah, 17 for 18 from the line.
Giannis was 14 to 26. You know what I mean? He didn't even shoot that many free throws. So, you know, my thing is, and then one other thing, the Bucks passing is terrible too. See, they get a lot of turnovers because their spacing is bad and they keep turning the ball over. And I think and I'll say I haven't been on the previous 2 games. We are just lucky Boston didn't pressure Dame because the Milwaukee offense struggles when they pick him up full court. Completely. That's not Dame passing the ball to Giannis. That's not Giannis not passing the ball to Dame. That's the way they're playing Dame. They've been doing this since last year. And it works. It works against the Milwaukee Bucks. When you pick Dame up full court with all that pressure, especially if you got a young, good defender, it wears him out. It wears him down. And sometimes he don't want the ball because how you going? He working hard just to get down the court. You know what I mean?
And that's when he gives the ball to Giannis, and he expects
why
Giannis to give it back after he get past half. He's expecting Giannis to give him the ball back to reinitiate.
No. Dame is not expecting Giannis to give him the ball back because Giannis is a superstar. They respect each other. What's happening is the role players are not doing anything. If you look at it, how many times have they made 3-pointers this year?
Taurean Prince was the only bench player that was making threes.
One game. He gave you one game. The Bucks are used to making 23 pointers, almost 15 3-pointers a game. Maybe they made like 5 or 6. That's not gonna cut it in the NBA. That's not gonna cut it. So whatever they're doing on offense, they need to figure it out because Damian Giannis pick and roll is going well. Brook Lopez is not making 3-pointers. He's missing. Gary Trent is breaking. And the perimeter and the guards are lighting us up still. And that's the problem. The guards are still lighting us up. So what are we gonna do about that? Because all this blaming Giannis and Dame, that's old. It ain't even the same year. This don't even look like that team. That's just what we do we put them against each other. I don't even think they're against each other. They looking at everybody else and saying,
So
"Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
DJ."
BJ.
yeah, Prante, actually, me and Prante have said some similar things. I'm just going a little deeper into it.
Go ahead.
I said earlier that they're not shooting enough threes, but
Yeah.
you gotta analyze the game. I said two things were happening. The Celtics are playing chess, and that means they were drawing the Bucks into that mismatch, knowing the Bucks were going to try and exploit it. Oh, Giannis can take this dude down low. Oh, Bob can take this dude down low. Okay, go ahead and get your two. We gonna go back down here and shoot a three. Again, threes and twos. The math eventually works against you. The other thing I'm saying is this: when you dump the ball down into the post, if you just hold it, the defense is going to load up. This is everybody who's ever played basketball knows this.
Inside
When you
out.
throw the ball back out to the shooter who's standing there like this, the defense is going to run back. Now, if they don't get back, you got an open three. If they run back, you repost it. Now you got a better advantage. It all leads to the same thing. Bucks not taking enough threes. You cannot play the Celtics and not get threes up. They're gonna wax everyone they play because just the volume by itself. I personally think the Bucks can play with them because the Bucks got size. They can exploit their size, especially
And that's why they can hang around a lot longer if they're not hitting threes
exactly.
because of the size.
Exactly. They got shooters, man. They're not properly utilizing them. As
They're not
far as
using.
Dame and Giannis statistically are playing great. But statistics and really playing the way you need your team to play, those are two different things.
I
We
just think they changed the offense up.
well let me just say this. Bronte, I mean, I know Giannis can never do anything wrong. I know for some people Dame can never do anything wrong, but we gotta analyze the game. Let me say this. What you said tonight, seriously, I'm a mature enough person to hear basketball analysis and take new information in. I said tonight that, and I've been saying, there's absolutely no advantage to the Bucks when Giannis brings the ball up against a set defense. But what Prante actually said tonight makes sense. That if they're pressuring Dame, it makes sense for Giannis to bring the ball up the court. However, once they get across half court, Dame needs to go get the ball,
See, that's what I was
or
saying.
Giannis needs to find Dame. The problem is Dame is too passive to say, yo, ball back and let's run some action. So I'm saying they're playing well. They just gotta play smarter. They just gotta do the right thing at the right time. And right now, they're not. That's why they're 1-3. They're not 1-3 because they're doing everything right. They're
No,
1-3 because there's some things they're not doing right. And they
That's
gotta
fair.
tighten up the defense.
first of all, I agree. I don't think, but I don't see a lot of hogging the ball from Dame and Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
I see them both going 1-on-1. So, but nobody ever says that about Dame because y'all want Dame shooting all the time. But he takes as many shots as Giannis in the game still. So that's just, but that's what they have to do because they don't have a third scorer. Like they're
Right.
one of who's gonna go 1-on-1 with besides them. Did you see Torian Prince go to the lane? Didn't look too hot. Did you see Gary Trent try to drive? Didn't look too hot. Their 1-on-1 package game ain't that strong.
Mm-hmm.
So, only people that can break the defense down when you need a bucket is those two. Now, if those other players are not hitting threes, what are they doing? That's the problem. They're not hitting threes. So what value are they giving them? They're not helping them space the court. They're not doing anything. The only person that's adding value is Brook Lopez when he's going in the post. Because he's not hitting his threes either. So my thing is they're just not hitting threes. This ain't about anything else, but the Bucks have changed their offense. Their spacing is terrible. Dame's getting his shots. He's looking good. And so is Giannis. They playing off each other just fine. The role players don't know what they're doing with them two on the court. and they have to settle in their roles. They haven't done it yet, and their defense has been suspect. Torian Prince defense has not been good. Gary Trent
I think
defense
he's
has
I think he's played pretty good
About me
this
too.
year. Tonight may not have been the greatest. He's been playing pretty good.
defense.
Yeah, I
Defense,
think the first two games. Yeah,
man. Look,
I
I
don't
saw
think
him get beat every time this game by Jalen Brown. Just
Jalen
manhandled
Brown's a
fully. He
superstar,
scored maybe
bro.
25 points on him. It made him
No,
look
the
silly.
problem is DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright. I
He
don't
looks
know.
suspect.
I don't know where the defense. He was supposed to be a defensive specialist.
He was the one
He was
talking
getting
crazy.
cooked
Yeah, he was the one
tonight.
talking
He was
crazy.
getting cooked, but who wasn't? I mean, the Bucks wasn't. The Bucks, Boston gonna shoot threes, so they gonna make threes. That's the way they're gonna make some threes because that's what they practice. The Bucks have changed what they practice, and you can tell because on the Bucks' worst game, they was making 12, 13 threes for the last what 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're making 6. They're only shooting 20. They changed their philosophy on
8
offense,
for
and
31
that's what
tonight.
Yeah.
8
8
for
for
30.
31. They changed their philosophy on offense, and that's all it is. And they're not, and it doesn't make sense for today's NBA. Doc is gonna have to instead of getting a defensive coordinator, maybe he should get an offensive coordinator. Because I've been saying this since last year. Doc has never proven that he can coach offense. So I don't know where
Mm.
we thinking that came from. He his highlight years is when he was coaching defense. He has never proven he can coach offense. And we saw last year when he came, the Bucks offense dropped off. It's gonna happen again. Doc is not an offensive guru, and that's just the bottom line. Because with Dame and Giannis and that poor spacing that we're seeing, I don't see the guru. I don't see it. The say are we gonna shoot less threes? Well, you got to play some really good defense. You gonna have to play some really,
That's
really good
true.
defense,
That's true.
or
Yeah.
else you're not winning. Or else you're not winning. That's it. That's the NBA. Look, we just lost to the Chicago Bulls, right? They just was launching threes
All right.
anywhere. Anybody can get it. The Bucks used to be that way. We won. When y'all talking about, oh, we used to blow teams out, that's when we were blowing teams out.
Bombing
We were
threes.
shooting threes. That's when we were blowing teams. We've never been a good. When have you seen the Bucks be a good team when they wasn't shooting threes? Exactly. So that fantasy basketball is not going to play itself out. So we can pretend that we can go on a post in today's NBA and it's going to work itself out. It will not. If you
Well,
don't
Bronson,
stay focused,
I don't
it
think
will
it's
not.
because I don't think it's because they don't have the personnel. I think it's the way the offense is designed. I think
Yeah,
that's
the
what you're
design,
saying.
the way they're playing, design their offense this year is not helping them shoot 3 pointers. And
Yeah.
Gary Trent's shooting poor. He's clunking some wide open threes. Like, let's be honest, them must be wide open. He be like, boom, like, dang, bro, you shooting like Giannis out there.
Come on,
So if you
bro.
got a whole bunch of people shooting like Giannis from the 3 point line, they get mad at Giannis from 3 point line. It doesn't make sense because they supposed to be making the threes. How many threes have AJ Green made this year? Zero. Zero. Easy number. Zero.
No, he
You
done
know, our
made a
three-point
couple, bro.
shooters
I'm
are
not
not
gonna do it
truly
like
making
that.
three
He was
pointers.
1 for 2 tonight.
Yeah.
Dame came in the game and they said he was 3 out of 19 for his last. That's what he was shooting coming in the game. 3 for 19 from three.
Mm.
That's not good. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? Our 3 point shooting has been terrible. And maybe we just in the slump. It's only 4 games. But I don't like when Doc said at the beginning of the year, he was like, what did he say? Oh, we just trying to play off each other. We ain't ran no sets. We just trying to fill the game out. Well, that's what we see right now.
Right.
It's just like the Packers when they started
Let
the
me go
year.
ahead and let Gibson tap in for a minute. He been waiting for a
Yeah.
minute. Go ahead, Gibson.
I'm out.
All right, you out? Okay.
Yeah,
I see you
Appreciate you.
guys. Y'all be good.
All right, appreciate you. Shout out.
I agree with what you said, Fronte. I totally agree, Amber, with what he said. Underneath Mike Budenholzer, what's up, Marlando? Underneath Mike
Hey, what's
Budenholzer,
up?
we were shooting a lot of beautiful threes, man. Fronte made a very good point. I love to see when the Bucks blowing teams out and we could just rest our starters in the third quarter, and then the guys just the reserves off the bench just take it over from there. But underneath Doc, sometimes I wonder how Doc just get these coaching jobs. Because man, it's have my head scratching to figure out how Doc coach. 'Cause, man, it causes some concern when I look how other teams coach. Man, the coach from Brooklyn last night, He makes sure his guys are well disciplined. Why can't the Milwaukee Bucks be disciplined? A disciplined team. That's what I want the Bucks to be. A more disciplined team. Cut down on the turnovers. If you make a mistake, I am calling you to the bench. You will get benched. We need to implement that system. I was preaching long time in this chat to develop the young guys. We have to do better as an
Well, let's
organization.
give Doc some credit. He played Andre Jackson Jr. in the first half, and he gave us some energy. Then
Right.
on the backside, he didn't play any of the young guys really in the second half. And maybe it'd have been nice when we had that little lull to throw Jackson Jr. back out there just for some energy. But it was at least good to see that Doc did give Andre Jackson Jr. some run today. Finally.
Finally, somebody.
Yeah, go
I
ahead,
Go ahead,
think.
Gibson.
Monoline.
Go ahead.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead, Gibson.
Monoline.
Finish. Yeah, go ahead, Gibson. Finish your thought. Then we will go to Monolando.
Yeah, but that's what I would love to see, man. I would like to see that the organization come together, say, you know what? As I look around the league, I see Golden State have the program where they develop their young guys. We need to implement that system to try to build this culture. I would like to see some other new things. I want to see different things what the Bucks are doing. I want to see ownership make some serious decision. If you say, okay, Horse, we appreciate what you did for the organization. I think that we have to go separate ways and bring in somebody else who is not afraid to take risks, to strike, to see that, say, okay, what is this team lacking that you know that the fellas on this team are not getting any younger, they are getting older. Giannis and Dame, Portis, Brook
Mm-hmm.
Lopez, Middleton, those guys are getting young. I want the new GM who take over to have a vision for this team that when those guys go out, that our futures will be more ready. I don't want us to have another player like Giannis running. No, no, I want us to have a killer on this team that when we play teams, he could get in his bag and just start to cook. That's what I'm looking for. And I just pray that we get it together, Amber, that the Milwaukee Bucks will learn their lesson and not to be letting the media have them as the laughing stock of the NBA. I want that narrative to change. Like the PJ Tucker said,
What you
I
want and
want
what
them
they
to
want is two different things. The Bucks got to do that, bro. You can't just tell people to stop disrespecting you. You have to earn respect, and that is earned by winning. The Bucks
I
got to
mean,
do that. We can't help them. We believe in them, and the only way other people are gonna believe in them is if they actually get you know what I'm saying. Start winning some games. That's it. Hold on one second. Let me get these two super chats. Then I'm gonna let you finish real quick. Then we go to Monolando, and then let Pronte get his last word. Hold on one second. Pronte guy in the super chat again. No Strays ENT, our favorite op. Appreciate the 4.99 super chat. Peace to the panel. Quick question: who was supposed to guard Peyton Pritchard? If I was a Bucks fan, I'd be ready to crash out like Ajax. Jesus.
Oh man, oh, come on. Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
he got out.
that's
See,
cool.
Amber, what
Hold on, once I got
Amber,
one more. Gibson. Hold on, I got one more. Curtis Galley, appreciate the 4.99 super chat, brother. Doc Rivers' best coach is when he have a good role player. We do not have that. Please
We do
trade
not have
Middleton.
that. We do not have that. He doesn't know how to coach the team that we have. Like like
Hold on one second, Pronte. Let me just make sure because it's getting
like
late here. Gibson, finish your last statement, then we'll go to Mount Londo. We end with Pronte.
okay, my last thing for me, Amber, to say it to the nation and the panels and the guys that I want Doc Rivers to use his common sense. Coaching is a basic common sense, X's and O's. If you see a team best players getting hurt, what you do? Call a timeout. You make the adjustment. If you see Pritchard going up hitting all those threes, you call a timeout. You put Andre Jackson Jr. I would have put a younger guy on him. I ain't putting no old guy on him. Pritchard is cooking us too much, and I don't want that to be a concern when the playoff come around. We need this team to be on track, and my concern is still Middleton. I just want to because it
yeah,
frustrates me. It is being fronted. It is becoming very frustrating to
I
me
think it
that
has a lot to do with Middleton being out though, to be
But
honest with
that's
you.
what I've been saying.
I,
I've been
I, I think
saying
all we used to blame Giannis or Dame or anybody, but it's really Chris Middleton.
this
And
team
that's
is
what I
not
said the
built to
first
be
game.
able to play without one of their three key players. Y'all
Yeah,
have to
it,
understand this.
that's
Y'all
what I'm
think
saying.
that we can low manage Middleton. Y'all are insane. We need all three of our stars to be able to play for us to win. That's the way this roster is built. It's
Because the
top
shot
heavy.
making.
Man.
There was no shot
Listen,
making other than Giannis and Dame. And they needed it. They
I,
needed somebody
I,
Right.
else.
Yeah, go ahead,
I'm
Gibson.
I'm with it's frustrating because it shows it tonight. By watching this game, it shows it tonight because it is really frustrating that you paying a man $34 million a year and the man can't even play. That have to be frustrating as a Buck fan. It is frustrating you, Marlon. Go ahead, I might finish.
Go ahead,
Marlon,
Monalando. Then we're gonna end let Pronte make a quick point. Go ahead, Monalando.
Honestly, you guys said pretty much what's on my mind, like especially Pronte and B-Shack
Mm-hmm.
and of course Gibson. But you guys made a lot of points where it makes sense. Like that's what we're seeing. Everybody is seeing the same thing. It's not driven by narrative. It's just seeing what we're seeing, right? But what I saw in the preseason when we're talking about 3-pointers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what we're lacking, right? Pronte.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what we like.
Look what we did in the preseason against Detroit. We ran 5 out. Everybody was scoring. Why don't we play 3-point out? That's what Boston does. All of their guys are not in the paint. No one is in the paint. Yet they still get more boards than us. They still get more rebounds. Why? Because when you shoot a 3-pointer, it doesn't bounce back on the ground. It bounces back at the 3-point line. And that's where they're at. They get their second chance points driving through the lane when we're trying to go and get them at the 3-point line. Very easy open points. And let's say the lane got collapsed and it's clogged by Brook and Giannis. They kick it out and it's too late by then. Too late. So what I say is Doc needs to run 5 out. If you want more spacing, run 5 out.
I
I don't
feel
want
you.
to see any other plays. When the bench is in, I liked what the bench did. The bench sticks to the game plan. They just don't have the talent to score. That's it. They skip if they Doc. I know what he said. He said, "Oh, we're not really running a lot of plays." The only play they ran was the DHOs. That's all they did. But they couldn't
Nice.
score with the DHOs because they don't have the talent to score the DH with that assignment that they were given. And let's say Dame was supposed to cook, right, in one-on-one matchups. I didn't see him do that today. I don't know what he was doing.
I thought he did
I mean,
good.
he did get to the basket a lot, which is good, but most of the time when Giannis has the ball and he's collapsing the paint, that's step one. Step two is pass it out. I didn't see that at all for the past 3 games. You have to pass it out. Look what Jason Tatum did.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Tatum is a decoy. He's gonna do his little Kobe fadeaway. He's gonna do his little 3-pointers. But a lot of the reason why Jason Tatum's in is so that he can kick it out to the open shooter. So, and of course he can score. And another problem is we don't even know what we look like with Middleton in, right? That's part of
Right.
our identity. Part of our identity is Middleton controlling the pace. Nobody knows how to control the pace. Dame plays like he's a shooting guard. Brother,
Right.
you're a point guard. You're a point guard.
That's
Take
fair.
the ball from Giannis.
I feel you. Shout out to my man Monalando out there
I,
carrying
That's
the
I,
load.
all I gotta say, man.
And then Pronte on you.
all right, man. All right, I agree. Dame plays like a shooting point guard,
Right.
but that's what he's always been. Just like Giannis is a point forward. That's what he's always been. So,
Yeah,
you know,
that don't make sense.
that's not a surprise. I thought he would pass better. Dame's not that great of a passer, if we're being
Mhm.
honest. You know, he's
Yeah,
not that great of a passer. Giannis might be a better passer than Dame.
Right.
So that's why, because I see a lot of Dame turnovers, I'm like, that's just a terrible pass. But but he's still playing good this year. I think they're both still playing pretty good this year. They can play better. I think they will play better. But at the end of the day, we got to get the role players in their roles. They don't know what
I
they're
agree.
doing, but they won't because you can tell they don't know where to be. They don't know. You see the Bucks hesitate on a lot of passes, so they pump fake the pass. And I'm not talking about Giannis. I'm talking about everybody. Like they're not unsure of their passes. They're unsure of where players are going to be. How many times you saw a player throw it to somebody and they weren't there? You know
they're
what I
like,
mean?
oh,
So they're like, oh, he was supposed to stay right there, but they moved. So that's a lack of chemistry between the role players and the superstars. So they need to fix that. Their spacing, I keep saying their spacing is bad, but really, we win this game. We're in much better position in all these
Right.
games if we have our third option on the court. Because if the Bucks gonna play
Mhm.
like they played, Chris Middleton fits right in with that, and you go from scoring 100 points to 130 points because of the
That's
way the
right.
Please,
have. So Chris Middleton is not playing, and they have nobody else that can get off a shot 1-on-1. I mean, just think about what Chris Middleton does. He's an ISO,
Right.
2 dribble, 3 dribble,
Machine.
Poor
two,
man's
three
Joe
dribble.
Johnson.
And who would you like to kick it up? Would you like to kick it out to Chris Middleton when you
Right.
collapse? You see what I'm saying? It's a bucket. He stretches the court
But
for the bucket.
that's what I've been saying from the beginning of the year. I keep saying we don't know what we are without Middleton. We can't say, oh, we don't need Middleton to the playoff. No, we need Middleton right
And
now.
what
We
happened?
need that big head dude on the court right now. What are
What
you
happened?
waiting for? Doc is a liar. Yo, Doc, you're a liar. You told us this man would be back in training camp.
They
You're
said
a liar, bro.
I
You're
heard
a
on the
liar.
Brother, he's on his couch.
I heard that he was coming back imminently, maybe in a week. I said, man, yeah, all right. That must mean a month. We didn't heard this. We heard that last year for like 3 months. He gonna be back next week. He gonna be back next week. Chris Middleton needs to play. How many minutes did Dame and Giannis play?
Too much?
They've been playing a
38.
lot of
30.
minutes.
They're
It's a
playing,
back to
and
back.
that's why Dame gotta control his energy level. He gotta pace
He
because he
gotta
knows
pass
that
to
him and
Giannis.
Giannis gotta
He
do
gotta
all
get
the
to Giannis.
scoring. Damn you, Middleton, bro. You're a mark. You done took all this money and you don't even play, bro. Man, listen.
All right, we're gonna
That's
be fine when he
crazy,
comes to
bro.
playoff. By then, Dame might be injured and Giannis might be injured. Right now, they carrying and they still losing. So I mean, that's because the talent is different in the NBA now. It's a little better. The Bucks are a
I
little
agree.
behind.
Why can't we hear from Middleton? He need to talk to the people.
They're
Hey,
long in the.
Pronte.
I
Sorry,
agree.
I'll let you finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I gotta wrap
They're
this
a
up
little
though,
longer.
y'all. But
Well,
go
wrapping
ahead,
up.
finish your comment, Pronte.
The Bucks are a little long in the tooth right now. They got. Brook Lopez might retire next year. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis Dame is 34.
All right.
Middleton's 34. Giannis is 30. And these young teams have gotten better.
Right.
And fast, and they play a different brand of basketball. They press. The thing that I'm worried about the Bucks is when they press us. When they
Mm-hmm.
press us,
We don't got a lot of ball handlers.
We don't got a lot of speed.
Yeah, we
We
got
need to
confused.
play
Yeah,
the rookie. The rookie needs to play
Playmaker.
because he has speed. We need speed.
Yeah.
We don't have the speed.
Right.
So we have
No,
size. We don't have speed. Go ahead.
I
Yeah,
agree. But we do got the next game coming up against Memphis Wednesday, I believe on the 31st. So we're gonna go live after that. I hope we have a better performance. I hope we can take some of the good that we have from this game and take that into Memphis, y'all. But I appreciate y'all gentlemen tapping in.
Wait, take it into who? Memphis.
Hold on.
Yeah, Memphis. At
Who's gonna
Memphis.
hold John
What?
Morant? Oh, nobody. Never mind.
Go ahead.
Cookers.
I was gonna say, like, how Pronte is saying Dame is not really a good passer
Mm-hmm.
or a good like on ball. Like he's not really a good screen passer. Like off of the screen, he won't make a good pass, like to the open man or a lob. I've never seen Dame make a nice lob. Have you seen Dame make a nice lob? Everyone when they
He did
came,
one this year to Giannis. One this year I saw
that's
him in
one.
game one. In game one,
Come
he
on,
went
that's one.
live.
Look at Luka making lob. Look at Luka Doncic making lobs almost every day to
Chris Paul.
a rookie.
Agreed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that's why I'm saying like I was making a little joke in the chat before how I said Harden would be better than Dame at playmaking.
No, he
Someone
is.
just lost their mind. I said, bro, have you seen Harden making plays with Zubac?
Yeah,
Bro.
no. Same with Trae Young. Trae Young is a good passer too.
Yeah.
We just gotta we just need this man.
Dame is
We
just
just
more
need these dudes
versatile.
to hit
That's it.
open threes and play smart defense, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
So we'll be fine. Appreciate y'all tapping in though. Please tap in on Wednesday. And I know Wednesday we're gonna have a better conversation. Scout's honor. I promise.
Yeah,
Don't do
we
that,
win on
Pronte.
Wednesday, bro.
Don't do that, Pronte. Come on, bro. Don't do that.
And we gonna be good. We gonna be good.
The kid
We gonna be
appreciate
good,
Yeah.
man. We struggling in the offense. Our offense is a struggle. So,
All right, Pronte. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
All right.
Salute. Salute. All right, Madalado. Let me get my man in here too. Let me get you in here too, Brandon, before I get up out of here. Hold on a second. Go ahead, Brandon. Let the people know what we talking about. Go ahead, bro.
What up, y'all? What up, my Bucks Nation family?
Go ahead, bro.
I agree with my motto, Gibson, Daniel, you, Fonte, everybody. I think it's one basketball artist that I'm not worried about it. Like I
Okay.
said, when they came at a time, and we need Middleton out there to help out his boys and everything. But I agree with Sam, Middleton, fix everything for us. And
I'm not gonna
like
say
I
he fixed everything. Middleton helps.
yeah,
People have to understand the way this roster is set up. It's set up for our big three to lead and carry this team, where the others help in sprinkles, in spots, hitting open threes. They help in spots. And without Middleton, it throws the whole offense off. This is why I black out on Middleton all the time. You're a grown man. What are you doing with your body, bro? What is your wife feeding you? What is wrong with you, bro? What is wrong with you? Always
we
something.
all
Hangnail,
we,
ankles. If you don't just get on the court, I don't care if you hurt. Get on the court, bro. Damn.
we all we all know about playoff mention. We bet that, but we cannot bet that. And y'all play every minute.
And they already playing 40 minutes a game. And this dude just sitting on the sideline with bad outfits on.
And like I said, I put in a comment. I said, fly by back. He needs to get the hell out of here for sure.
Oh yeah. Fly by Pat is trash, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
And Bobby, I think Bobby needs to. I don't know what Bobby's thinking, but like he said, him, everyone in the chat, he don't show up big game. He do
No,
not.
he don't. He don't. The proof is in the pudding with Bobby. Bobby do not show up for big games, bro. That's just what it is.
I
Bobby,
think we need another player. I
let's
think
just
we
get
need
him a
another
few
player.
games. Let's get him 10 games. Let's see what happened after 10 games. Let's just give him a little time. But we need Middleton back. Giannis and Dame are playing
Yeah,
pretty well, and we need a third person to step up. If that's gonna be Gary Trent, if that's gonna be Torian Prince, we need somebody else to step up as a legitimate third scorer because we can't depend on Brook every night. You know what I'm
right,
saying? We need a third. I thought Gary Trent would be our bona fide third scorer with Middleton out, but I think he's exhausting so much energy on defense that he don't have the offense. You
right.
get what I'm saying? So like, we got some soul searching to do and some execution to work on as a team.
He, I think they need the rebounding good. They need to work out the defense more.
Oh no, we need to work on rebounding too. Our offensive rebounding or defensive rebounding be suspect sometimes because Brook
And
don't jump. Brook blocks out. He don't and he wait for other people to come get the ball, which is
this
crazy.
is
But
okay. This is one good thing. He use, he's not shooting three. His three is not falling. Go in the post and dominate.
he was
Was
in the post
yet,
though.
was yet,
Brandon,
was
he
yet.
did go to the post today.
I know. I'm
Okay.
saying that. I'm saying this.
Okay.
He see, his, he 1-3. Don't take a lot of three.
Yeah, I agree. His threes is off. He should fall back from that.
Yeah.
He should fall back from
Y'all,
that. No, I agree
y'all,
with you.
y'all need to take 1-3 max. That's it.
Yep, agreed.
Will make doesn't matter. Just take 1-3. That's it. That's all I can say.
Appreciate you. Shout out to my man Brandon. Salute, salute. So we'll be back Wednesday, and we're gonna talk about
But
this Memphis game. Huh?
they play Thursday, not Wednesday.
Oh, Thursday then. Yeah. So we'll be back Thursday, and we're gonna
All
get it
right.
in. Appreciate you,
No,
Brandon.
no
All
problem, bro.
right, bro. Appreciate you.
No problem.
All right. All right, y'all. Another intense live. Are y'all not entertained by the content, the debating here? What other platform are you getting this on? Look at the intelligence in the chat. Everybody respectful. This is friends and family here. You can voice your opinion, and we all always are respectful of each other's opinions, and we debate back and forth. What don't you like about this platform? Please hit the like button so we know you enjoy the content. Allow others to find this interesting content as well. I want to say salute the Bucks Nation, also known as friends and family. That's what we call each other over here. If you're a first-time viewer, this is friends and family, and that's the respect that we show one another in on this pod and in this chat. Once again, I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic, Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition, where we just got done discussing the Bucks loss at Boston, 119 to 108. We fought hard, and the wheels came off a little bit in the third quarter. We weren't able to recover. Dame and Giannis went for 30 plus, but didn't get much help. But it was good to see Brook in the post, and it was good to see us fight. And we'll live to fight another day. We're gonna play Memphis, and after the game we'll go live, so please tap in and share the content with other Bucks fans. We're gonna be all right, y'all. We're gonna be all right, I promise. Go on.